So, my boyfriend sent me this game, and now I need to plot his demise for inflicting this on me. Seriously though, why does this game exist? And why the hell is it on Steam? Is this one of those games that are dumped on Steam in order to exploit that card trading system? There's just no way that somebody put this thing together and thought they did a good job. This is the sort of game that Low-Tax should be playing on Gaming Garbage, not a game on Steam that people pay actual money for. Remember when Steam used to actually moderate what went on their service? For some reason, this game has a story, but it's pretty nonsensical overall. I guess I'm some big night guy from space who gets stranded on a planet full of dinosaurs, of all fucking things. I then keep having weird dreams, and spoilers, like anyone actually gives a shit. I'm not actually doing any of this. I'm in an asylum for mentally ill prisoners. Wow, that's so deep, man. I do kind of feel bad for the person that did all the art for these story sections, as these images are way better than anything this game has to offer. The voice acting also seems to be something that was commissioned, as it's not as bad as you'd expect in a game of this caliber. I also assume this because the developer or developers used every take of every line, sometimes one right after the other.
Time for some random violence. Time for some random violence.
Gotta make use of every little bit you paid for, right? Also, man, I love the lines where he talks about how amazing everything is. I guess it's time to talk about the gameplay, and, well, there's not much to it, to be honest. This feels like Babby's first FPS creator game, complete with, borrowed assets, and one whole map. Yes, every single level takes place on the same small map. Sure, they will randomly put an effect on it like snow, but other than that, it's the same. You even spawn in the exact same spot. To the game's credit, it at least functions for the most part. I mean, the enemies have terrible AI, they spawn out of nowhere, you can walk through trees, the reloading is horribly slow, but hey, the game didn't crash or completely break at any point, so that's something, right? Right? Scattered around the map, you'll find chests that contain new weapons, but there's a limited selection, and once you have the ones you want, you'll never need to open one of these up ever again. Oh, and speaking of the weapons, they're the most generic FPS creator shit ever. Who the hell uses the medieval sword and shield against dinosaurs anyway? And the dinosaurs. Oh man. As I mentioned earlier, they will spawn out of literally nowhere, and if you're on a level that swarms you with them, they're able to spawn all around you and jump through you, so you get killed from behind. Spectacular. Not only that, but the number of hits they take to kill or how much damage they dish out appears to be completely random. Some will go down in a single hit, while others of the same type will take a lot more. Some will almost instantly kill me, while others barely scratch me. There didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason here except in the bosses. Those seem to take the same amount of hits, like 2 or 3 blasts from a shotgun. Despite some levels being kind of bullshit, this game is extremely easy, to the point of just being mind-numbing repetition. Dinosaurs run at your face, you shoot them in the face, repeat forever. If you die in a level, it'll randomly choose one of like 3 scenarios it has in it, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, and I can't forget the best enemies in the game, the black goats. The story tries to play these off as the main character having a dream about evil goats, but come on, we all know why these goats are in this game. They couldn't find any more dinosaur models online to snag. This probably explains the dinosaur eggs as well. Dinosaurs lay giant neon green pills, apparently. Now I can talk about the most infuriating thing about this game, and that was the fact that the campaign doesn't stop at the end of the story. Oh no, once you find out you're in a mental ward, the game keeps going. And I'm assuming it goes on infinitely because I wasted hours of my life getting to level 62 in this shit, and all it did was repeat the same 2 or 3 levels over and over and over. Why would you do that? Why not make it obvious that the game was over? What the fuck, man? Also, can't forget the most baffling thing this game has to offer. The achievements. There are almost 400 of them, and you will get them by seemingly just existing. I played through the tutorial, and my screen was just full of these achievements every time I so much just looked around. Some of these are completely bizarre as well. Why the hell are there achievements that contain the entire text of negative Steam reviews? Once those achievements started rolling in, I really began to question what this game was made for. Sure, it could be something dumped on Steam to exploit cards or achievements, but maybe it was just an elaborate troll. Maybe the creators grabbed a bunch of random shit, shoved it into a pre-built game engine, and slapped this on Steam as an elaborate joke that I'm not privy to understand. Or maybe the developers followed the lead of those maniacs that made the Doom comic and injected heroin into their eyes before making their dream project. I don't fucking know, and I honestly don't really care. Don't buy this shit unless you have a friend that desperately deserves to receive this game as a gift. Play Aliens Colonial Marines instead. I'm serious.